time series transformers waste most of their attention. Across thousands of timestamps, the same head computes nearly identical score maps over and over. Self-gating attention, SGA, asks a simple question. If the score is mostly shared, why pay a quadratic cost to recompute it every step? Split the score into one timestamp invariant matrix plus a small input-dependent residual, drop the Q and K projections entirely, and attention goes from quadratic to linear. Start with the observation. On ETT thoroughly with TimeXer, the pairwise cosine similarity of a head's self-attention score maps, taken at different timestamps, sits between 0.88 and 0.97. Strip out each head's mean score map, and what remains, the residual, has similarity as low as 0.64. So every score is essentially a shared template plus a tiny correction. Replace the whole score with a single learnable shared matrix, and forecasting error barely moves, 0.318 against 0.315. Most of the structure is shared across time. SGA reparameterizes the score as a function of two things: a shared matrix, one per head, timestamp invariant, initialized orthogonal, so heads do not simply copy each other, and a residual built not from fresh Q and K projections, but from the value stream's own second-order energy, the normalized squared magnitude of the value tokens passed through a low-rank bilinear correction. Both pieces are row-wise top K sparsified, then their soft-maxed maps are added. The key move is that SGA keeps only the value projection, no Q, no K. That is what makes it linear in sequence length. Here is the machine. The score is a function of a shared matrix A and a residual RT. A is one matrix per head, orthogonal across heads, timestamp invariant. The residual comes from the value energy EAT, the normalized squared magnitude of the value tokens, scaled and offset, plus a low-rank bilinear term. Both maps are row-wise top K sparsified, and their soft-max versions are added. Crucially, the value projection is the only one SGA keeps. With no Q and no K, the per-head cost is linear, not quadratic. The efficiency win is exact. On TimeXer, standard self-attention costs 2.40 mega flops and 197,000 parameters. SGA costs 0.82 megaflops and 67,000, about one-third. That is a 65.8% flops cut and 65.9% fewer parameters at linear instead of quadratic complexity in the lookback length, and it is more accurate, not just cheaper. Across 8 forecasting backbones, SGA lands the most best or second cells, 84 out of 90. The Nemeni test ranks it first, average rank 1.0, statistically better than prop sparse, autocorrelation, and plain self-attention. On card and exchange, it cuts mean squared error by up to 26%. Honest caveat, it is statistically tied with TSSA and geometry, not strictly better against everyone. The picture. Before, every timestamp redundantly rebuilds an almost identical score map, quadratic costs for a shared pattern. After, one shared matrix carries the template, a tiny value energy residual carries the correction, and the Q and K projections are gone entirely. 5 honest caveats. First, the claimed 8% lower average error on irregular series is outlier inflated. The true average reduction is 1.4%. The 8 came from averaging 15 pairwise drops dominated by one cell. Second, 84 top 2 counts ties, so it is best, or second, not 84 outright wins. Third, SGA is statistically tied with TSSA and geometry, significantly better than only 3 of 5 rivals. Fourth, the 1.19 times train speedup is figure only, not wall clock measured. Fifth, every result is benchmark only on a single A100. The motivating edge device case is never actually tested. Self-gating attention is the channel's first attention module level paper for forecasting. Its claim is clean and falsifiable. Most of an attention score is shared across time, so factor out one timestamp invariant matrix, build a small residual from value energy, drop Q and K, and you get linear attention that is also more accurate. Subscribe for the next paper breakdown.